Hey everyone, welcome to This Week in Rewards, our live broadcast here on the Rewards Canada YouTube channel. This week we're covering the news from April 22nd through to today, which is April 28th. I want to thank you for joining in. If you have any questions, you can ask them in the chat. You have to subscribe to the channel to be able to participate in the chat, and after 1 minute, you'll be able to ask those questions. You can either ask questions about things I'm covering today, or you can even ask any general questions about loyalty programs, credit cards, travel, you name it. Ask it in the chat, and I will do my best to answer it in this episode. So what we're going to start off with is, why don't we start off with the Homes and Villas offer from Marriott. So this is a huge bonus that's going to launch on Monday, May 1st. This is one of many things that's starting next month. I'm going to go through a few of those in this episode, but the first thing is the Homes and Villas bonus, 40,000 Bonus Bonvoy points when you stay 4 or more nights on a private home rental booked via Homes and Villas by Marriott. That's a huge bonus, especially if you only book it for 4 nights. And there are locations that you can get for like maybe $100 a night, and you're getting 10,000 points a night, which is worth roughly about $100 a night. So you could almost break even on this deal. So be sure to check this out. We'll have this offer. I mean, it's up on our blog already, but we'll put it up again on May 1st to remind everybody. I'm just trying to figure out the scheduling for Monday because there's a lot going on. Lots on Tuesday as well. So we're just trying to space out the posts. I don't want to inundate you with tons all at once, but you will see a few different things for sure coming out on those days. So that's the first thing to check out. Is if you have any plans to, if you're going to book an Airbnb, a Verbal, you name it, kind of over the summer, check out this offer from Homes and Villas. A lot of the same rental places can be found on there. You'll want to compare your pricing too between the different providers, that these third-party places that you can book these rentals through, to see if it makes sense. But definitely getting 40,000 bonus Bonvoy points for a rental of 4 more nights could definitely be the way to swing you to booking with them. And I will say right now, thanks to anybody in advance who books via our link. It does help support Rewards Canada, as we do earn commissions on Homes and Villas bookings. So thank you if one of you do book a stay through us. And moving on to probably some of the big news for this week still, that we started posting last weekend, and that was these last chance offers. The first one, RBC, Avion, their cards like the Visa Infinite, Visa Platinum, with their 55,000 point bonus offers will be ending as of midnight Eastern, or I guess, 23:59 Eastern, however it is, on Sunday, April 30th. And this 55,000 bonus point offer will not be returning on Monday, May 1st. It will be not as good, the new offer. You'll see those on our site. So if you've been considering the Avion cards, grab one this weekend if you can, so you can get those 55,000 bonus points. It is one of the easiest to achieve kind of bigger bonuses out in the market. You get 35,000 just for being approved, so you don't even have to spend anything on the card other than paying your $120 annual fee to get 35,000 points, which of course converts to 35,000 British Airways Executive Club Avios, 35,000 Asia miles, 350 WestJet dollars if WestJet's your preferred choice. So there's a lot of options with these points. And then if you spend $5,000 in the first 6 months, you will add an additional 20,000 points for that 55,000 total. Really easy bonus to achieve. And I say you're getting this card for the bonus, not the card itself. I've talked about Avion for years now about how the program itself takes a lot of spending on those cards. We did point out how you can add an Ion Plus to kind of boost your earning within the Avion Rewards program, but still in general, some other cards out there for your everyday spending earns you more. So for a lot of people, they're grabbing this card just for that hit of bonus points right off the start, and that you can get them sooner than later. Within 6 months, you'll have 55,000 points that you can convert to one of these other airlines, or use the Avion Air Schedule redemption chart, or whatever they call it. Such a long name for their reward chart. So you can use it there as well. I mean, 55,000 will get you pretty much anywhere in North America, including sun destinations. So not a bad deal for sure. So definitely check that out, because that does end Sunday night, April 30th. And that leads us into the next cards that are also ending at the same time. And those are 4 out of the 5 Scotiabank Scene Credit Cards. So you have the no-fee Scotiabank American Express card, and the no-fee Scotiabank Scene Plus Visa card. And then the fee-based, although right now it's free, Scotiabank Gold American Express card and Scotia Passport Visa Infinite. Bonuses on all 4 of those are ending April 30th, again, just before midnight. I think you technically have to have your application actually submitted, not started. So be sure you start 10 to 15 minutes before midnight if you're like a night owl on Sunday night, just last minute realizing you want to get one of these cards. So keep that in mind. Yeah, so those 4 out of the 5 Scene Plus cards, the offers are not being extended. And again, just like the RBC card, will be lower and not as good as they are now. So definitely consider getting one of those this weekend if you haven't, and if you've been had your eye on it, don't just go out and get it just just because. But if Scene Plus is working for you and these cards work for you, especially like the Gold Amex with its no foreign transaction fees up to 6.9 points per dollar, the Passport Visa Infinite with 6 lounge passes annually and a really good insurance package. I mean, even the Scotia Amex and Scene Plus Visa cards, like the Red Amex, really great no fee cards. So again, try and work out the numbers, see if these cards work for you. Grab them before the end of the weekend if you want those higher bonuses on them. The only card that is being extended is the Platinum Amex with its bonus. That bonus will remain in place throughout the summer on that card. So that one you don't have to rush out and get. Again, that's the one I've mentioned many times. It's kind of a sleeper card here in our market because it has the 10 lounge passes included with it. And then it's basically a 2% card on all your spending. So really decent card as well. I think the Scene Plus cards in general kind of been underrated, I think, or not underrated, but I guess they haven't garnered the attention they should because of Scene Plus, that is. I've always said this, that maybe they should have renamed the program something else, but so many people still equate Scene with movies. And I'm sure a lot of our Rewards Canada viewers and readers know that Scene Plus is not just movies anymore. Great value towards travel, great value towards groceries. So definitely something to consider. If you're somebody who's watching us for the first time and checking out this video for the first time and aren't too aware of Scene Plus, remember, it's not just for movies anymore. And these cards provide a lot of great value. And if you want to get in on the bigger bonuses, apply by midnight Eastern. Submit your application before midnight Eastern on Sunday night, April 30th. And so that's kind of covering those offers that will be ending at this month. And that brings us into what's going to be coming in May. And I can't divulge a lot of info yet, but there's going to be a lot of new card offers. May 1st, you're going to see an awesome offer come out. I think I'm pretty sure I have it scheduled for 9 a.m. Eastern on our site to be divulged and released to you guys. I'm not sure who else is covering it. I mean, that's the time based, on what they've told us as to when it should go live. If it goes live earlier, maybe we'll put it up earlier. Really depends. I mean, I'm Mountain Time, so that'd be 7 a.m. Mountain Time that this first amazing new offer is going to come up on Monday. It is a credit card offer, so definitely something you want to keep your eye out for on Monday. And then we also have Tuesday, May 2nd, 4 new offers coming out. Increased welcome bonuses. So in a span of 2 days, you're going to have at least 5. This is what I know. This is what we've been told. There can be even more offers since the start of the month, and some banks don't tell us, but there's going to be, so right now we know of 5, 1 on May 1st and 4 more coming out on May 2nd. I don't have a set time yet on May 2nd. It is possible these will come out overnight, and our blog posts covering them will come out a little bit later than that. So you may see it somewhere else first, but we'll do our best to get the information out as soon as we're given the green light to publish those details on Tuesday. So you have 5 card offers in the span of 2 days. Then there's even more, from what we know, more card offers later in May coming out. Some are getting better. One will not be getting better. It'll actually be going lower, but we'll let you guys know as that time comes closer. That's still a few weeks away. It's further on in May. I'd love to be able to tell you which cards these are and what's going on, but unfortunately our agreements don't allow us to tell you that, other than basically giving you a heads up that these things are happening. So May is going to be a really interesting and busy month in the credit card space in Canada from the offers we know, and I'll be curious to see what other issuers, how they react to these changes, especially now that things like RBC and Scotia have already announced that they're going to be lowering their offers come May 1st. And then you have all these other issuers coming out with better offers. I mean, it's good for us because then it's not as hard of decision for you guys to make. It's like, well, these are lower offers. I'm not going to jump on an RBC card right now. I'm going to jump on so and so card um, in May because the offer's better right now, and I'll save my credit rating and my application for RBC when they do come out with better offers, something like that. So for the consumer, it's good, but I'll be really curious to see if we see a reaction from the banks who are either keeping their offers the same or going lower once they see what these other banks are doing with their increased offers for the month of May and beyond. So that's kind of what I can divulge. So I know of at least, so let's see, we have 5 cars changing the first couple days of May. Trying to think, I believe it's 3 or 4 more later on in May. So you got about 8 or 9 cards already whose offers will be changing in May. Like I said, most of them will be going higher. One later in May will be going lower. So we'll be sure to advise you beforehand. Depending on our agreements too, we may not say that it's less chance, but if you followed us for a while, you'll know, like, if I'm posting a card offer, especially, kind of if it seems like I'm pushing it towards the end of what they give as the expiry date, then that's kind of a good hint to you guys that means that offer is not going to be as good once the next offer comes out when the date changes. So you can use that kind of as a hint to see what we do on Rewards Canada, because we don't want to step on anybody's toes and break agreements that we have. So we kind of have to push things in that regard. So if it's a week before an offer ends and all of a sudden you see me saying, oh, check out this card with this offer right now, it's slated to end this and this date, there's a good chance, unless I say otherwise, that offer is not going to be as good in the next iteration. So that's something to consider too. So that's a hint on the Rewards Canada site, how I do things without breaking any rules, but also giving you guys kind of the heads up or advances on when card offers may be changing. So that's pretty much the credit cards in a nutshell. So as I said, a bunch of them are ending on April 30th, and then we have a bunch of new ones coming in May, especially, nearly half a dozen on May 1st and 2nd. It probably will be more because, like I said, we haven't been advised of all the changes yet, but the ones I know of that we have ready to go on our site will be May 1st and May 2nd. Be sure to check them out. They are some really good offers to check out. So that's the credit cards. Now we'll go on to the next set of news. This one will be quick. If you haven't seen yet, Emirates has announced that they will be flying between Montreal and Dubai, and that will start on July 5th with new daily service on their Boeing 777. So this is, again, coming off the last news from last week when we talked about Air Canada and Etihad and Emirates already expanding their Toronto flights, Air Canada adding the Vancouver flights. So there's more and more flights to the Gulf region being added thanks to that expanded agreement between Canada and the UAE. So yeah, those of you in YUL, you'll be happy that Emirates is now going to fly daily service out of Montreal to Dubai and beyond. Again, this is one that you can use your Aeroplan points for. There's a separate chart for Emirates, so you can always check that out and use your Aeroplan points on those Emirates flights. Also earn your points on those flights. You can always check out Emirates Skywards as well. Skywards is not as appealing, especially for Canadians in terms of redemptions, especially when you have Aeroplan and so many more options to earn Aeroplan points to use towards Emirates flights. So that's also coming up. That was on kind of on my schedule for this week. And speaking of Montreal, so if you saw me kind of posting on social media and a newsletter saying that there's going to be a hint of another offer that comes out Monday, and this one I can give you a little bit more info. It's to the best of my knowledge. It's not confirmed 100%, but I think it's pretty close. They've never failed me before, and this is again for Montreal. And that is on Monday. The new Air France KLM promo rewards that will be coming out will be featuring Montreal again. So April featured Montreal with 50% off economy class. This is a great deal on KLM, and it worked out on Air France flights as well for economy class. Well, come Monday, I'm waiting for full confirmation, but we should see 25% off KLM business class flights out of Montreal to Europe, North Africa, and Turkey. So it's not the 50% off, but it's still an amazing deal because KLM's business class flights out of Montreal only start at 55,000 miles each way. So if you take 25% off, that's only 41,250 miles each direction, or 82.5 round trip. So here you are with redemption that on most airlines is well above 100,000 points or miles, depending whatever airline you're flying with, you'll be able to redeem for 81,250. So if this does get released, and I should know by Sunday, so watch the blog on Sunday. I can probably confirm whether this will be going through. To fly business class round trip, and this is over summer. This would be for travel through summer and early fall. So I just, for fun, I went and looked at KLM site at availability earlier today, and there's actually quite a bit of business class availability at the 55,000 level in July and August. Actually, it's better than June, May, September, those months. July and August showed the most availability. I checked cities like Amsterdam, Paris, Madrid, and a lot were showing 55,000 miles. So if that availability remains, and that's the thing with Air France KLM, theirs changes every few minutes. So when you check once and you see one day out of the month with 55,000 miles, you go back 5 minutes later, you might see 5 days with 55,000 miles. It is probably one of the most dynamic and fluctuating redemption or I guess programs I've seen in terms of redemptions. So you can always go back and check. But I saw, like I said, right now when I checked earlier today, the availability for business class for July and August on KLM out of Montreal looked pretty good for July and August. So if this offer goes through, the 25% off promo rewards, you will be able to redeem for 82,500 flying blue miles round trip in business class on KLM. A great deal, like I said, considering that a lot of programs are well over 100,000. Good time to, if you find availability, convert your membership rewards points. They convert 1 to 0.75, so you'd be looking at, for that redemption, 110,000 membership rewards if you do find round trip availability at the lowest 25% off. So that's kind of our hint for today, was that the one offer I can tell you about that, like I said, not 100% sure, but I've never seen them be wrong or change it this late on me, is that the promo rewards on Monday will feature 25% off KLM business class out of Montreal to Europe, North Africa, Turkey. And some of those are really good, like especially, when I've been checking in the past, like flights to Algiers, pretty expensive cash-wise, but only to redeem, this many miles in economy class when it was like 15,000 each way, like 30,000 miles. And if there's business class availability, pretty good deals in terms of a per mile or cents per mile basis to places like Algiers. So definitely keep that in mind. You can start checking availability. I probably will be on Sunday night checking, because when the economy class offers came out beginning of April, they were loaded onto KLM Netherlands site sooner than the Canadian site, or at least, I'm guessing it's loaded, but the site has access depending on what country you're in. So I was checking klm.nl on Sunday evening last month, so March 31st. I was looking for the economy class deals, and they were showing up before they showed up on klm.ca. So I'll probably do the same thing Sunday evening, and if I do start finding availability, watch for a post on the rewards, kind of the blog, covering what availability I find. You can book them right away on klm.nl, but your taxes and fees will be in euros. So then you'll also be subject to a foreign transaction fee on your credit card, unless you use a credit card like the HSBC World Elite MasterCard or one of the Scotia cards that have no foreign transaction fees. Or you can always wait till probably right around just after midnight Eastern, once they're loaded onto klm.ca, and then you would just pay your taxes and fees in Canadian dollars. And that's basically it for this week in rewards. Like I said, we covered the homes and villas offer, 40,000 bonus Bonvoy points. That's going to go up on the site again on Monday. There's going to be lots on Monday, so hopefully you guys aren't too busy at work or school or wherever you guys are tuning in from to catch up on all this news. It's going to be a busy day, busy couple days on the site for sure, with all the new offers that are coming out at the start of May, because then we all have our usual ones that just seem to repeat every month. But yeah, so the big ones, 40,000 bonus Bonvoy points on homes and villas, which is bookable May 1st through 3rd only, for stays from, I think it was May 15th to September 9th, 4 nights or more, and you'll get those 40,000 bonus points on a private home rental. Then we covered the last chance offers, RBC, Scotia. Be sure to check those out before the end of the weekend. And if you want to apply for one of those cards, do so, because the bonuses won't be as good come May 1st. And then, yeah, like I said, I've covered a few times, big new offers coming May 1st. Be sure to check those out. May 2nd as well. You have your new Emirates flight out of Montreal that starts up July 5th. You can check out your availability for Aeroplan rewards if that's something that you've had your eye on flights to Dubai or beyond, connecting pretty much anywhere in the world with them. And then, like I said, I should know by Sunday, have 100% confirmation, hopefully by then, on the next Air France KLM promo rewards out of Canada. But right now it's looking like Montreal to Europe and beyond for 25% off in business class. And that's about it. If any of you guys have any questions, feel free to ask them in the chat. I'll maybe stay on for a minute or two here if any questions come up. Or if you, like I said, you can ask me questions about anything I talked about today or anything else loyalty and credit card related. I will do my best to answer it. So far, nothing coming up. We've had a few fluctuating viewers here. Looks like the numbers are going down a bit, so perhaps we've covered it all well today. So I'm just going to leave it at that. I want to thank everyone who did tune into this episode live, and also thank those in advance who watch it afterwards, because it does go up on our YouTube channel and stays up there. So thanks, everybody. Have a great weekend, and I will talk to you guys next week.